The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is a very weird phone to review. Not because it is bad, but because it is weird. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip does a lot of things really well. It has incredible performance, moderate battery life, and the latest edition of Android. But it does one thing 99% of other phones can't do. Well, it folds in half. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is a model of folding phone the industry cites as a clamshell. This means it looks like a typical smartphone while you're using it, then folds shut like I want to become roughly half the height it was once. The phone is twice as thick as when open, but that's a trade-off you'll have to make if you wish your phone to fold shut. To achieve this, Samsung is using a new technology called ultra-thin glass. This special kind of glass is basically as flexible as the plastic OLED display we saw on the original Samsung Galaxy Fold and Motorola Razr. Samsung also uses UTG in its Fold successor, the Galaxy Z Fold 2, as well as the Galaxy Z Flip 5G. Because it's so thin, the glass is clearly not as durable as a standard smartphone display. Well, the biggest benefit of a clamshell foldable phone is that, when not in use, the phone is about half as tall. This means it takes up less vertical space, is better protected, and can fit in smaller pockets and compartments versus traditional smartphones. Considering the Galaxy Z Flip has a quite huge 6.7-inch 21:9:9 display, the smaller form factor helps it fit in way more places. The camera is one of the more disappointing elements of the phone. With such a big price, we would expect every element of the phone to be totally cutting edge, with camera abilities equaling any of today's top-end phones. That's not quite the case with the Z Flip. Its similar rear cameras offer a basic and a super wide view, and while both are fine for everyday pictures, they aren't up there with the best. Colors often look very oversaturated, and the lack of a zoom lens means if you want to get close-up of your subject, you have to use the digital zoom at a big cost to image quality. It requires the dual aperture mode of even last year's most accessible Galaxy S10e, and at 12 megapixels, its super wide lens is lower resolution than the S10e's 16 megapixel. It's not a horrible camera by any means, but it's worth keeping in mind that you're not getting flagship level picture ability for the flagship level price. If you are liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now let's continue. Many recent flagships have earned IP ratings that mean they're protected against dust and water. The folding mechanism of the Z Flip means that no such protections are claimed here. We're back to the old days of having to obsessively protect your phone from the elements. That means you should feel twice about taking that call in the rain. And it's worth making sure that you don't have any common detritus in the pocket where you keep your phone. A recent test also showed that it's easy to get dust clogged up inside the Z Flip, something to keep in mind once you've unboxed your pricey new gadget. The Z Flip has a small pill-shaped show on the outside of the phone. It's built to show you incoming notifications when the phone is closed, and even can act as a small camera viewfinder for taking selfies. In a looping video battery rundown test, the phone obtained 15 hours of runtime from a full charge. That's on the lower end of what you would expect from a phone. By comparison, the Galaxy S10 Plus achieved 21 hours in the same test as did the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. With careful use, you may be able to get a full day out of the phone, but if you're hoping to hit the town right after work, make sure you've given it a top-up if you want sufficient power to call a cab home at the end of the night. While 5G may still be a year or more away from becoming the basic network connection from all our phones, it's becoming quite widespread around the world. You may not be worried about 5G right now, but when you're spending so much money on your phone, it's possible that you'll want to hold on to it for at least a couple of years. If you're looking to purchase this phone, there's a good chance that you're deciding between the Z Flip and one of the Galaxy S21 series devices. Those standard phones have a leg up on this folding device in various categories like processor, battery, RAM, camera, and 5G capabilities, but you don't purchase the Galaxy Z Flip or the 5G-enabled newer models for those things. If you want the best all-around Samsung experience, grab a Galaxy S21 device. They have the edge in almost every element. However, if you like a unique Samsung device that's bound to turn heads, pick yourself an updated Z Flip 3. You can also give the Galaxy Z Fold 3 a look, as it makes various improvements over the actual folding phone. Just be ready for quite the large price tag. What do you think about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. With that being said, it's time to end our today's video. Press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff. Peace out!